Okay. Ah, well, welcome to this beautiful class honoring our water. And the name of this class is The Prophetic and Healing Power of Water. Because it has been coming through to me that it is just so important for us to learn how to work with water as a daily practice. And as we get started, I like to start with a little attunement process. So we'll just do a little guided visualization to kind of drop into this shared field together. So if we can rub our hands together. Our hands are an extension of our heart. Our heart is a seat of love and compassion in the world. And our hands are an extension of that love and compassion into action. So we're activating the energy centers in our palms. We're activating our hearts and the spiral vortex that is our heart center. And then shake out the hands. And then bring the palms face up in the lap. And we'll close our eyes. Connect with the breath. Connect it with the waters of the body. Our bodies are 70% water. Just like the surface of our planet Earth is 70% water. And that water is our blood. It is our synovial fluid in between our joints, our digestive juices, our saliva. So just connecting in with all the waters of the body, the waters inside of our eyes, the waters inside of our spine. And today we'll create a ceremony with, in collaboration with, the water, activating the divine intelligence that lives within the water element. Water as our ally, water as our sustenance, water as our oracle, water as a soothsayer, as a conduit. And connecting with water invites us into that deep space of intuition inside of ourselves. Where we listen to our body, where we listen to the subtleties, where we tune in for the messages. And in our time together today, presence in your awareness, what it is that you are asking at this time. What are your questions that you have for the water? What are your questions that you have for life? And we can ask for the water to show us what is to come. What do we need to know? So we open up this space of connection and inquiry, connecting in with our hearts, with our own heart, connecting in with the heart of the earth, and connecting in with the heart of the sun. And feeling ourselves here on this earth in this particular location and time and space. On the land, on the earth. And then feel all of us in sacred circle, feeling the peace and the calm, the presence. And we invite in the directions of the north, the south, the east, the west, the archangels who guard these gates. We invite in the energy of Pachamama, of our Mother Earth. We give her deep gratitude. We invite in the brownies who rule the earth kingdom. We invite in the undines who rule the water kingdom. We invite in the salamanders who rule the fire kingdom. We invite in the sylphs who rule the kingdom of air. We invite in the realm of the ether and all the kingdoms of Mother Earth, her stones, plants, animals, insects, mycelium. We invite in her angels. We ask that our matter and our physical nature be aligned and attuned with harmony, with the truth of who we are, with wellness, wholeness, oneness. We ask that our vessel be purified so that we can receive the messages we've come here to receive. We cast a circle of protection around us, inviting into our sacred space only that which is for our highest and best, sending light and blessings through our ancestral lines, past and future. We send light and blessings through the ancestors of the lands we find ourselves on, sending light and blessings past and future. And we invite in the sun, the moon, the stars, our angels, archangels, our higher wisdom council, our star family, the divine Sophia, the Logos, the Christos, Creator, the great architect of the universe. We invite in the ineffable one, Barbello, the great mother of the universe, the Pleroma. And we ask that our inner ear and inner eye be opened, that our inner awareness be sparked, that we may receive the messages of the earth, the messages of the cosmos, to help us navigate in a good way through the times to come. And once again, presencing whatever your intention is, whatever the questions are, or the inquiries are that you're holding in your consciousness. What is it that you're here to learn? What is it that you're here to know? And we invite in our unseen allies to support us at this time, in particular, the spirit of the water. We take this time out to bless and to honor the waters of the world. So once again, tuning into the waters of the body, feel them flowing. Feel them moving through. And I'll say a prayer. O sublime and noble field of assembled ones, allies across time and space, thank you for joining us in this prayer. Divine Mother Queen, with your legions of light, bathe us in your presence, merge with us, ignite the fire of heaven within our heart, empower us in the truth of our Christos spark, We behold the waters of the world within our bodies and that make up all life upon the earth. We behold the divine plan, and we see it now realized upon our sacred lands. Bless and fuse and charge this living water in my body, on the earth, and in each other. Bless, infuse, and charge this living water in our bodies, on the earth, and in each other. Bless, infuse, and charge this living water in our bodies, on the earth, and in each other. We witness the light, the divine intelligence within this water, within this water, within this water. All elements are now restored to their original stainless purity. And again, connecting in with the waters of your body, tuning into your heart, feeling this sincere desire to heal the waters of this planet, including the waters within your body. Feeling into these waters in whatever way is most alive for you. It could be a running creek, a lake, stream, an ocean, the rain, and pour your sincere appreciation into this water. Feeling your deep appreciation. Appreciation which makes something rise in value. Giving our gratitude. And feeling this water in perfect health, alive and vibrant. And give gratitude for the water being healed. And see yourself filled with light. See the waters of your body filled with light. And we'll inhale deeply. Hold the breath. Pull the navel toward the spine. Tighten the body. Squeeze the root. Press the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Inhale more. Exhale and shake out the hands. You can open your eyes into the space. And just noticing how you're feeling. So much of our working with water is attuning into the subtleties of our intuition, the noticing of what's present and alive for us, the noticing where the energy is moving within us, noticing where the energy is stuck. Today it's kind of a workshop format because I want to give you some tools for how you can incorporate these practices into your life. And a few things that we're going to be working with today in terms of the water are ways that we work with the water. So water can help us to purify. We can work with the water to align with that original stainless purity within us. Water is self-cleaning. It's self-energizing through motion, through flow, through creating spiral vortexes of energy. And so as we attune with water that is flowing swiftly, we can re-energize the water within our own body. So in addition to water being a tool to help us purify, water also absorbs. Water absorbs our intentions, it absorbs our thoughts, it absorbs our feelings. The state of the water of the world is a byproduct of our collective consciousness. That it is just collecting, it has collected all the mental images, the desires, the unhealed emotions, the greed, the anger, the hate, of course, the love also. But if we look at the state of the waters of the world and how there's such a great contamination, we can see that it's a byproduct, or when we view it in terms of being a byproduct of our own internal consciousness, then it gives us more power to shift it. Whenever we can assimilate or accept something as a part of ourselves or see a part of ourselves in it, it gives power to affect change in and of that situation or that thing. And so with the water, we mirror the surface water of the world, with 70% water in our body, 70% water on the surface of our earth. So we have a great capacity to heal what we see externally, as well as have healed what exists internally. And as a part of our ceremony today, we'll work with becoming one with the water and expanding our identity beyond just our individual selves. As I've been working with the water and inviting others into working with the water has been showing me that it's here to help us learn group consciousness. That we're at a period of time where it's the end of a 26,000 year cycle in the Mayan calendar and the beginning of a new 26,000 year cycle. Also in Vedic astrology, they say it's the end of the Kali Yuga being the age of darkness and ushering into this age of light, or age of truth, into the Sat Yuga. And part of that, this new age that we're entering into, is an age of universal consciousness, of community, of connection, of relating, of relationship, where it's not just about the individual or the lone wolf or going off onto a mountain somewhere, leaving the world behind. We're in this process of coming together once again, to recognizing our identity as a unified field, that our identity is the connection with all of us. And so the water has been sharing with me that it's here to show us and teach us how to operate in group consciousness. And so just by honoring, which we're going to do today, we're going to sing to the water, we're going to give lots of love and blessings to the water. That is the doorway for opening up this communicative relationship. So just like if I were to see any of you on the street and I would say, Keisha, look at you. You are so beautiful. That would start some kind of connection. And, maybe I ask how you're doing, you ask how I'm doing, and then suddenly we're relating. Well, it's the same with the natural world. We can notice. So even drawing our attention and awareness to that creek or that ocean or that river or that lake, whatever that aspect of water is that really resonates with you, when we cast our attention onto it, we first begin the relating. So we cast our attention, and then through that we cast our appreciation. Our appreciation in the form of songs and prayers and blessings. And we notice the beauty, just like we would notice the beauty in someone we're meeting on the street. We notice the beauty of nature, and it brings out the aliveness of nature. And, perhaps for many of you, I'm just kind of preaching to the choir, but it's such a refreshing reminder to just have a moment to recognize that when we see the beauty in something, we call it forth. That there is a spirit in the land, there's a spirit in the water, in the trees, with the animals. We live in a spirit of place. And the spirit of place is exhibiting certain personality components that then the people live out as a byproduct of that spirit of place. Where I first experienced it or had this teaching was when I was in South Africa. And I had gone on a safari, and I'm seeing elephants and lions and zebra and giraffe. And it was just kind of mind-blowing to be, so close to these magnificent animals. And then going into a village and hearing the people sing, the music in South Africa is just so alive and so incredible. And what I was shown at that time was that every spirit of place then exhibits as an outcropping of itself through its creatures, through its people, through its culture. And so here we are, wherever we are in the world, we can start to tune in with this spirit of place. Whatever it is, what are the wounds that have transpired on the lands that we live on? Where has the breakdown been in the ecosystem, between the people, between the native cultures? And so, working with the water, we begin to build relationship beyond this identity of ourselves as a discrete unit, separate and apart from nature. But we start to recognize ourselves as an expression of this nature. And so, inviting ourselves into that experience of becoming one with the water, expanding our identity to be part of that spirit of place. So then, as we pray, as we sing, as we move the energy is then moved within ourselves, but also within this aspect of the world. And so, lately we've seen these terrible fires in Los Angeles, and I was watching a video on January 12th. It was like 10 different countries and the natural disasters that had happened in these 10 different countries, and feeling the intensity of these times that we're in. Well, any time that there's an imbalance in nature, or you can say that nature balances itself through extremes, it's the elementals that are always at play. The elements exist within our bodies. We are composed of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. The earth is composed of those same elements. So when we learn to work with the water, we work with the spirit of place, we build relationship, a mitigation can occur for some of those extremities. Just like, in our body, sometimes we need to have a fever to balance out something that's happening for us. But if we're really attuned with our body, perhaps we can take certain herbs, or we can do certain practices that mitigate the need for our body to have a fever. So right now we're in this process of humanity being shaken awake. And I'm sure for many of you, you may have already kind of gone through this process of waking up to reality beyond what we had been told, recognizing that there's truths within us greater than may have been represented through our childhood. And so it's wonderful that we get to be here where we are. And in my own journey, what I was shown is that the awakening happens in tiers, and that as one tier awakens, it creates the groundwork for the next tier to awaken. And so in these times, there's a great need for a mass awakening, for us to wake up out of the dreamy sleep that someone else is going to do it for us, where we've given our power over to someone else's program of the future, of our experience of reality. And we're being called into ourselves as creator gods and goddesses once more, where we are creating the reality we want to see. We're holding that in our consciousness, through our thoughts, through our feelings, through the power of our words. And in order to activate the greatest power of our words, we need to be in harmony and union with nature. Because again, if we are only an individual, discrete being, we don't have a lot of power. But when we come together in a group field, this group field is amplified exponentially by each person present. When we decide to include in our group field our Mother Earth, her waters, suddenly we move past ourselves as an individual unit that's maybe whatever, one, some small fraction of a percentage of the totality. We shift from that to ourselves as the vast majority. And when we step into this space of the majority, we have a greater capacity to shift and change the world around us. So we can use, just kind of to go back and reiterate some of these points about working with water. Water can help us purify. Water absorbs our thoughts, feelings, intentions, desires. It absorbs the collective consciousness. We can work with the water by building relationship with it. And also, water exists outside of linear time. Linear time is a construct of language. It's a way that we have of understanding the world. And if anyone's seen the movie The Arrival, It's one of my favorites. It's these like 12 alien crafts come down to Earth, and the people try to communicate with them. And I always get just kind of like so many intuitive hits while I'm watching that movie. But one aspect is that the language that this alien race uses is a circular language. And as this one scientist starts to communicate with, or try to communicate with this race of beings, she starts to have this language imprinted within her, and it shows up in her own experience and her dream life. And so the way that we perceive time is a byproduct of our language. The way we experience the world is a byproduct of our language. So water, the elementals, the natural world, it is not limited by language. It doesn't speak English. This is a beautiful thing to understand, because as we're building relationship, developing connection with the natural world will speak to you. So it's really important for us to understand how it's speaking to us, because it's probably not going to write us a letter in English, although it could. But it often communicates by giving us mental pictures. It can communicate by giving us a feeling sense. We can just have a knowing about something. And so within water, it's not limited to this linear time. It contains in itself the past, the present, and the future. And to kind of emphasize this point, not directly through water, but years ago, many years ago, I was married, and I really wanted to have a baby, and my husband really wanted to buy a house first. And so we kind of looked around, but we weren't in a really serious position of buying. And then after, kind of a couple years of it going on like this, I have a dream where a teacher of mine comes to me and says, now is the time for you to buy your house. So I go and I tell my husband, we can buy the house now. And we start looking. After the second week of looking, I walk onto a property and I could see that I had lived there. I could see my energy all over it. And this was a place I had never been before. I'm walking through the rooms. I'm like, this is really weird. I had never experienced anything like this, to see myself as though I had lived here. And so that day we decide, okay, this feels like the house for us. We reach out to our parents. We're like, hey, we want to buy a house. They're like, okay, no problem. We'll give you $30,000. They wouldn't do that now. But at the time, everything, the synchronicities just lined up. And 3 other people had put an offer in on that house. And we had written a letter saying why we loved it so much. Anyway, we got the house. And it's the house that now my ex-husband and my children still live in. And that was the first time that I was shown that once our energy is somewhere, it always exists, past or future. We create an imprint. So wherever you have been, obviously there's an imprint, but wherever you will go, there is also an imprint. Sometimes if I meet someone and we have such a recognition, and sometimes people are like, oh, do I know you? And sometimes we have known each other. Of course, sometimes it may be a past life thing, but sometimes I'll say, well, either we have known each other or we're gonna know each other, because we can have that same degree of recognition even into the future. So as we work with water, we're opening ourselves up past this limitation in our belief system of linear time to the recognition that we can see and experience what is to come. And kind of a story that I had put in a newsletter that I put out last week was, I had been living in Los Angeles for the last 10 years. I was living in Topanga, California for 5 years. And last year, the land started to say, okay, you gotta go. The portal is closing, was the message I got. And I had lots of disruption, and I would travel around to check out different places, and I could feel that something was coming, and I kept asking for spirit to make me safe. Put me safe was the words. whatever is to come, just put me somewhere where I'll be safe so that my nervous system can be relaxed. And so I end up in Northern California, where I've been for since May, but finally just got my stuff out of Los Angeles in November. And then these massive fires hit in January. And it was such a surreal feeling to be sitting here looking out the window of my office to a forest and a creek while knowing that where I had called home for the last 10 years was on fire. And I tried to not move. The land was like, oh, the message I was getting from the land was the portal is closing. I just kept seeing disaster upon disaster. Not, just so much. It was a lot of turmoil. And what I was shown was that wasn't where my work was. I didn't have to be in the midst of the turmoil. And so I am, self-reflecting. I'm like, oh, where is the resistance in me that's showing me that there's a breakdown here? What do I have to work on inside myself? What do I have to do differently? Thinking that it wasn't a message that I was getting, but maybe it was just something that I had to look at inside myself. And so circumstances just kind of moved me into this different place. But, I presence this also because we're in the age of so much self-awareness and self-examination, where if something isn't going right in our lives, a tool of empowerment is that we can reflect on why we are the cause of everything in our life experience. So while that can be a very helpful tool, sometimes we miss the fact that there's an environmental factor that can be changed. Like, yes, always work on ourselves to make ourselves better, but they say, like with a plant, if the plant isn't thriving, you don't blame the plant. You look at what is the quality of the soil, what's the air like, what are the conditions of its environment. So we are bringing in to our psychology this aspect of the physical, natural world, the spirit of place, as an aspect of our psychology, not something separate and a part of ourselves, and that the changes that we're desiring at this time, they're changes, yes, inside of ourselves, absolutely, changes of healing, of releasing, of understanding old stories, understanding patterns, of creating new pathways. And we're also in this place of needing to listen to the earth. We don't live alone in a vacuum where it's only about us. I think that's what we've seen in the world around with the economic systems and the deforestation. And, I think in the beginning of the 1900s, I believe it was, could have been the end of the 1800s, 97% of our earth was wild places. Now, 3% of our earth is wild places. So this belief system that we can live in a vacuum, separate and a part of the world around, that we can extract resources from the world around to serve us without recognizing that we are in a collaborative experience. A lot of the systems of thinking, of science, the ways that we have learned to live inside of the world have been born out of that idea that we are separate from nature. So we're introducing back into our awareness that we are part of nature. And so how do we interject nature back into our psychology? How do we both work on ourselves to self-master while simultaneously discerning when there is a distinct message coming from outside of ourselves? So working with water is a means to develop our listening, to develop that capacity of stillness, of intuition, and trusting that spirit goes ahead of us. So just like the language of nature isn't English, it could be suddenly a pipe breaks and you have to move out of your house and you just happen to go somewhere else, and then something strikes your house and you missed it. It's setting protection up, and protection, I won't even say setting protection up, but when we honor the earth knows us, and she goes ahead of us to put us safe, to put us where we need to be for the work that we need to do. And yes, sometimes the work we need to do may be in a place. I mean, I have many friends and community that are still in LA and that are working to strengthen and support one another and support that land. So, another piece of this work is being so assured with our connection to our spirit. Actually, the first time I ever drove through Topanga Canyon 10 years ago, I heard the spirit say, "You have to know my voice louder than all others." Because there's always going to be a reason why not to do the thing that you're guided to do. And we need to be okay to follow the course that's been charted by our heart. And we need to believe in ourselves enough that we're brave enough to take those steps. And so working with the water, we're then not just an individual discrete unit. We are a drop in a vast sea of love and support and energy and connection and wholeness and vitality. And when we recognize this, we can feel that we are not alone. We are not abandoned and adrift and vulnerable, but we are powerful beyond measure. And so we'll move into our singing, and in moments between our singing, I have a little presentation that I wanted to share with you about the water and how the water is perceived in different cultures. And so we sing to water today to open sacred space, to give thanks, to give gratitude, to give blessings to the water. And as we do this as a daily practice, our intuition opens. And I've had this experience several times in my life. The first actually was around 2013. A friend of mine invited me to sun gaze. She said, "I found out about sun gazing. We're going to sun gaze forever." And I was like, "Well, does that involve getting up at dawn? Because I don't think I can do that forever, but I'll give it a try. All right, I'll try it for 6 weeks." So I got up and I would sun gaze and just drink the energy of the sun through my body, through my chakras, down into the earth. And then I would send blessings to the earth. And I sent blessings through these lineages that I had been initiated into from the Q'ero people of Peru. And there were these 9 initiation rites of connecting with our energy centers, with the healers, with our bands of power, also with the day keepers, the wisdom keepers, the earth keepers, our star keepers. So each day I would flow blessings through these different lineages. And after about 10 days, I started to hear the earth speak back. And she showed me that all wisdom from all time is contained in the energetic field of the earth and in our energetic body. And we can access this energy by building relationship. When we send blessings, when we send love, when we sing songs, we give honor, then it opens up that flow of communication. And then again, I was reminded of this when COVID happened and I didn't have anyone to teach or sing to anymore. I started going outside in Topanga and singing to the mountains and started to feel this calling to go and sing to sacred mountains, which I resisted for a while because I didn't understand how I could make money singing to sacred mountains. But finally I gave in and was invited to lead a women's retreat at the Ko'ola Mountains of Oahu, Hawaii, led a private retreat in the Grand Tetons, was in the Chiricahua Mountains of eastern Arizona and Sedona, and I sang to the earth, sang to the mountains, and boy, was my mind blown. I was reminded that the earth is alive, and to keep it living, we need to sing to her. And that these sacred mountains, these sacred sites, temples, vortexes, power spots, are memory keepers of the earth. They're our memory keepers. So as we sing to the land, we are reminded who we are. And this is the time where we need to remember. In the Mayan prophecy, they say that this is the lifetime where we have the ability to connect in with all those gifts and talents and capacities that we've ever cultivated in any other lifetime. We have that recall, we have that access. And so in my experience, how we gain access or how that's fortified or enhanced is through that building of relationship with the earth, sending blessings, sending love. So today we're going to sing for the water. And, if any of this is resonating with you, I so highly encourage you to make this a regular practice, some sort of regular practice of sending blessings to the earth. And we also have a new session of the Songkeeper School coming starting February 1st, where we will for 5 months sing to the earth. And just presencing that this wisdom is really percolating through the ethers out of necessity. That this year is slated to be one of the greatest years of change that we may have lived through yet. And people need your gifts. They need your talents. They need the light that you've cultivated, your connection to spirit. They need these reminders, these points of light where they can find refuge from the mechanisms of fear that are operating in the world around us. At every moment, there's this timeless space of peace in which we can exist. And there's also lots of other swirling energies that are trying to distract us from that. So now more than ever, people need what you have to give. So with that, we will sing. And I'm going to share screen. Okay. So this is called Kabbalah Cross. And this chant connects us in with the Kabbalistic tree of life as it overlays onto our physical body. And the Kabbalistic tree of life are a depiction of the planetary spheres that are organized in such a way to overlay our physical body and also act as a blueprint for us to discover our own self-mastery. It's said that we are born into this life so that we may be born again, that we're born into physical form so that we may be born in spiritual form, that we may recognize the power of the word, that we may understand how to navigate through the challenges and pitfalls of life as though this is a mystery school, that we may come into awareness of the lessons learned, almost like in a video game where you have to, find the extra points or the treasure or something like that. Each lesson learned, each pathway that we glean the deeper meaning of, then we become more fully realized. So this chant aligns us with the heavens, aligns us with the earth, aligns us with the truth of who we are. So we'll bring our hands in golden triangle, which is the thumb, the index, and the middle fingertips touching. And this is a mudra for manifestation. And we can just then have the other 2 fingers tucked down into the palm. And you can just have your hands like this in your lap, palms face up. And connecting in with these words are Hebrew. And they're Ata, Malchut, Vege Vuda, Vege Dula, Le Olam, Amen. And so Ata is the crown, it's the crown of the head. Malchut is the earth, but it's also the connected with our solar plexus of the body. Vegevura is Mars, it's our power, but connected also with our right shoulder. Vegedula is for the glory for planet Jupiter, located at our left shoulder. And Leolam is forever and ever, and it aligns us with our central column, with our middle pillar. So you can connect with the light of the sun and feel the light of the sun within you. And we'll do this chant 3 times, and it's kind of on a monotone. You can either do it along with me or you can repeat it after me. So, closing our eyes, connecting with the light of the sun, feeling your spine long and straight, connecting with your crown and the midline of your body from your crown to your root. And we'll inhale deeply to begin. Ata Malhut Vegevura Vegedula Leolam. Amen. Ata Malhut Vegevura Vegedula Leolam. Amen. Ata Malhut Vegevura Vegedula Leolam. Amen. Inhale deeply. See yourself filled with light. Exhale, shake out the hands. And just feeling the energy of the body. With all these songs and practices, we want to keep coming back to our body, noticing the alignment, just noticing whatever's present with us. And so then the ceremony is kind of like a recipe. And in that recipe, we're going through the steps of connection. And so our first step is opening sacred space. So when working with the land, you always want to open sacred space. We called in the directions at the beginning. We cast a circle of protection around us. Also, the Kabbalah cross casts a field of protection around us. So we always want to begin by setting sacred space and setting protection. And then you move into blessing and gratitude. In Native traditions, they say that thank you, that gratitude can be your first prayer, your last prayer, your only prayer. And we want to give gratitude as though it's already happened. So we'll begin by just acknowledging, honoring Great Spirit, giving our gratitude, inviting in the directions. And so there'll be some repeat after me, but for starters, we'll just go through, "Oh, great Spirit." We give our gratitude and praise. Then there's "Ah," and so you can connect in with your devotional heart. Feel your heart filled with love. For love is the medicine. And our voices are just a transmitter of that love. Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Ah, 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 Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Ah, Go to the next lines. Spirit of the East, Spirit of the West, Spirit of the North, Spirit of the South, come, 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 come. Spirit of the East, Spirit of the West, Spirit of the North, Spirit of the South, come, 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 come. Spirit of the East, Spirit of the West, Spirit of the North, Spirit of the South, come, 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 come. Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Oh, great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Ah, 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 Now repeat after me. Spirit of the earth, Spirit of the water, Spirit of the earth, Spirit of the Spirit of the wind, Spirit of the sun, Spirit of the sun. Great Mother, Great Mother, Great Mother, Great Mother, come, 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 come. Spirit of the earth, Spirit of the water, Spirit of the wind, Spirit of the sun, Great Mother, Great Mother, come, 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 calling the Galactic Federation, we are the Rainbow Nation, we are the Rainbow Nation, this is the end of illusion, this is the end of it, 'cause we remember who we are, remember who we are, we remember who we are, all together. We remember who we are, 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 we remember, keep singing that. Ah, oh, Great Spirit, we give all gratitude and praise. Oh, Great Spirit, we give all gratitude and praise. Sing any part. Sing anything that's in your heart. Great Mother, Great Mother, Great Mother, Great Mother, come, 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 Great Mother, Great Mother, Great Mother, Great Mother, come, 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 we remember who we are, 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 we remember. And a blessing, may all favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May all favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May all favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. Now let's sing it to the water. May all favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May all favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May all favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. Oh, Great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Oh, Great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. deeply. Hold the breath. See the body filled with light. See the waters of the world in their original stainless purity. Exhale. And rubbing our hands together, activating those energy centers in the palms, and sending blessings to the waters of the world, to the creeks, to the rivers, to the oceans, the lakes, the streams, the puddles, the ponds, the rain. Send love and light and blessings to the water, seeing it in its original stainless purity. And the beings of the water are said to be the undines, Undines. So seeing the undines dancing, seeing the fairy water spirits dancing. And as we're connecting here with the water, I just wanted to read something to you. And from the Kogi tribe in Colombia, they have a connection with what they call a luna, or cosmic consciousness. A luna as the dark void, the mother of all. And their shaman, their holy people, the mamas, they're identified from birth, and they're taken from their families around the age of 3 and put into caves where they stay until they're about 16. And they're taught in these caves where there's pitch black. And they're brought into these caves so that they develop this intuitive capacity, this ability to commune with a luna. And then after that time, they communicate with the luna through the bubbles in the water. So there's this little quote that I have written that I want to read to you. In the beginning, there was only a luna, the amniotic sea, the cosmic principle, the mother concentrated, the nothingness, which was the original sea of thought, spirit, and fertility, pondered and conceived the idea of the world. It began with a womb, a world house, which was a cosmos. This was the great egg of the universe. We keep her alive. She keeps us alive. The reciprocity, the give and take, the in-breath and out-breath exists and is essential because there truly is no separation. We are all but part of this beautiful, complex wholeness. The degree to which we choose to participate with the all informs the depth of our experience in all dimensions. Blessed be the mother of all, the fecund Aluna. And so as the Kogi commune with the water, they watch the water, they watch the bubbles in the water. So we're sending blessings to Aluna, to this cosmic principle, to the water of all. And as we cast our attention there, the awareness is opened to us. They say that whatever you focus on, you become. So as we focus on the water, as we focus on the great mother of all, may her mysteries be revealed to us. May access to the unseen worlds be gifted to us through our hearts, so that we may serve, that we may uplift, and be beacons of light and emissaries of grace at this time. And so our next song is for purification. So if our recipe is opening sacred space and calling upon protection and then giving gratitude and praise, then before we work, we want to purify. And so this mantra, Sat Narayan, Wahe Guru, Hare Narayan, Satanam, is said to be a mantra to cleanse the waters, the emotional waters within us, the waters of the world, our connection with the moon, which is also deeply influences the water and our world of water. The full moon pulls on the tides, just like our moon cycle for women influence our emotions. So this is a mantra that you would play to clean and purify a space, to clean and purify our body. And so we'll kind of alternate between some rounds of the Sat Narayan, Wahe Guru, Hare Narayan, Satanam, and also Dai 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 Dai. And there's some English words to get us going. So there's that melody and there's one other melody. So there's two melody parts. So we'll do that one more time. Again. Sing through the English. To the mother of the waters, knowing gently where to flow, coming from the highest heavens to the furthest depths below. Peace calm us when we're frightened, hope find us in despair. You defend us with your sweetness, moving mountains with this prayer. Sat Narayan, Wahe Guru, Hare Narayan, Sanarayan Waikuru Hare Narayan Satanam Sanarayan Waikuru Hare Narayan Satanam Sanarayan Waikuru Hare Narayan Satanam Sanarayan Waikuru Hare Narayan Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. Squeeze the body. Exhale. Connect with the waters of your body. Feel so much gratitude for them. Gratitude for the upper waters, the fluids in your brain, the synovial fluids in your joints. Gratitude for the lower waters, your sexual waters. And connecting in with your tailbone, with your coccyx. And inhale deeply from your coccyx, up your spine, up the back of your body to the crown of your head. Hold the breath at the crown of your head. And then exhale down the front of your body, down back to your coccyx, the tip of your tailbone. Inhale up from your coccyx, up the back of your body. Hold the breath at the crown. Exhale down the front of your body, down to your root, the tip of your tailbone. Inhale up the back of your body to the crown of your head. Exhale down the front of your body to the tip of your tailbone. Inhale up the back of your body. Exhale down the front of your body. Let your breath regulate, but continue this circuit. This is your microcosmic orbit. You're flowing energy up your spine, to your crown, down, front of your body, back to your root. And just practice spinning this energy around through your microcosmic orbit, through your energy field, up the back, down the front, feeling this complete circuit inside of your body, seeing the circuit generating light, generating magnetism within you, seeing your whole body lit like a generator, emanating light, and feeling this light purifying your waters, purifying your vessel, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your mind, your desires, purifying your organ systems, your liver, your gallbladder, your kidneys, your intestines, activating your nervous system, your heart, your circulatory system, your digestive system. Just keep spinning this circuit of light through your body. And then inhaling deeply, holding the breath, and seeing yourself like a beautiful, brilliant star whose light is just exploding, lighting up all of creation. And exhale and stay with this image of yourself as this beautiful star, lighting up the spirit of place, your home, your town, your city, your state. Feeling all the waters also illuminated, filled with white light, connecting with the waters of the sky, the rains, and connecting with the primary waters that exist underground. Just like we have our upper waters and lower waters, so does the earth. And we are that connection point between the two. And feeling these vibrations. And then rubbing our hands together. And then sending light and blessings to the water elementals, to the rains. Someone wrote in the chat, they've been having such a drought here in Maui, and during Great Spirit it began to rain. So just giving so much gratitude to the water elementals. Gratitude and appreciation is the bridge to building relationship. Just like as we appreciate one another, we can feel it when we're appreciated. It helps us open, it helps us soften and trust. So as we give our appreciation to the water, may the water feel it. And so we'll keep singing. So this song I wrote when sitting at the ocean, looking at the Pacific Ocean, and asking to be given a song for the water. And as I was looking at the Pacific Ocean, I was watching the light, the little reflections of light dancing off the water. And that seemed to me like the fairy water spirits just dancing on the water. So this is the water spirit song. So we have our recipe of setting sacred space, calling on protection, giving gratitude, then purification, and then we begin our work. And in this instance, we are inviting us into that space of oneness with the water. We cannot affect change on anything that we are not. We affect change on what we are. Because when we are that, when that is part of our identity, then it is an aspect of ourselves as creator. And if we created it, then we can shift and change it. Fairy water spirits, children of the shimmering light, tears of the great mother, we honor you, and your sisters and brothers, we honor you, and your sisters and brothers. We'll do that again. Fairy water spirits, Children of the shimmering light, tears of the great mother, we honor you, and your sisters and brothers, we honor you, and your sisters and brothers. Next part. You are the living waters, you bring life to the land. We are your sons and daughters. Gather us once again. Gather us once again. Let's do that again. You are the living waters. You bring life to the land. We are your sons and daughters. Gather us once again. Gather us once again. And this can be repeated after me. I am a river, I am river, I am creek, I am creek, I am ocean, I am lake, I am rain, and I am your body. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. Again. I am a river, I am creek, I am ocean, I am lake, I am rain, and I am your body. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. We'll go to the bottom. We are water. We are water. Hear us roar. We are water. We are water. Hear us roar. Hear us roar. We are water. We are water. Hear us roar. Hear us roar. And balance is restored. Balance is restored. Again. We are water. Hear us roar. We are water. Hear us roar. We are water. Hear us roar. And balance is restored. Balance is restored. I am a river. I am creek. I am ocean. I am lake. I am rain. And I am your body. I am you and you are me. I am you and you are me. I am clean. 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 Inhaling deeply, feeling the waters of your body clean, the waters of the world clean, feeling that you hold the world within your body. feeling yourself clean, clean, clean. Feeling that you are good, that you are pure, that you are stainless. And so next we're going to work with an Algonquin water song. And this is for purification of the water, for blessings of the water. And these words are Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. So Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. And so with this, you can use it with a drum, or you can use a rattle, or you can just tap your leg, or you can clap your hands. And so as we're here, you can imagine that you're standing with your feet in a body of water. And we're just singing this to the water as the water. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey Heya 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 Ho. Ni Bi Wabo Ndien A Ki Misqui Ni Bi Wabo Heya 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 Hey hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Nibi wabo endayen, aki misqui nibi wabo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Nibi wabo endayen, aki misqui nibi wabo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Inhale deeply. See yourself filled with light. See the waters of the world filled with light in their original stainless purity. Exhale. And tuning in to this awareness of the upper waters and the lower waters. You know, in order to solve the problem of drought, we believe the solution is bringing the rain. Well, so the rains are the surface waters that are recycled. And yet there is water that exists inside of the earth that is known as the primary water. It's structured differently. Its crystalline molecular form is tighter and more intricate. And it's said, there are places on the earth where it's been identified that this primary water is coming straight up out of the ground. And also it's said that we can call primary water up out of the earth as a byproduct of our love, of the spaces of connection of the divine mother and father, of that love between the divine feminine and the masculine, the places where we are balanced within us, the places where the Christos and the divine Sophia are in union. And I presence this just because perhaps some of you here are experts at calling the primary waters up out of the earth. So I invite us to commune with this notion. And just like we can request the rains to come, and sounds like Maui is in need of some rains. I know in here in Northern California, we are in need of some rain. Definitely the Los Angeles area is in need of some rain. So we can put our request in for rain. And years ago, I was sitting in a despacho ceremony with Doña Maria, the last high priestess of the Q'ero Nation, and she told a story about songs that they would teach, a song in particular, they would teach the children in times of drought in order to bring the rains. And they recognized that children in their purity were the closest to source. They were responded to by the elementals. And this was so affirming for me because years before I had started a music project for children called Sing the World Awake, in recognition that children in the purity of their voices and their hearts are the closest thing to source. And when the children pray, the children have the capacity to create the world in the most beautiful way. And children still are connected with the power of their imagination and the belief that anything is possible. And so I asked Doña Maria if I could learn this song. And she said yes, a song to teach the children to bring the rain. And then 9 months later, there were fires in Malibu, in the Los Angeles area. And I reached out to her people because she is in Peru in the mountains. She speaks Quechua, so it had to get translated from Quechua to Spanish, Spanish to English. And so I reached out to her people, they reached out to her, and she got me a recording of this song, which I've sung with the children. And I'm feeling like, let's sing it. Let's sing it to call the rain. Let's call the rain in Maui for the highest good. Let's call the rains here in Northern California and Los Angeles for the highest good, that they fall gently and softly in just such a way where the soil can absorb the moisture and where there's well-being for all creatures through the rains coming. And we can connect in with our own inner child, with our own inner childlike spirits, that we are a gathering of purity and innocence, that the elementals are also listening to us, and that as we sing this song, that we invite the rains, that the innocence within us invite the rains, and that the elementals hear us, and that the rains come and nourish the land, giving the land what it's needing, giving the people what it's needing, and even looking ahead of us 6 months, looking ahead of us a year, and supplying us with the water and the rains that we're needing in this time now and in this time ahead. So you can repeat this after me, and we'll do an English invocation, and then we'll do this Quechua chant. And let's see, usually I ring some bells. Does anybody have a bell? Little bell that they can ring while we chant this chant? My bells are in the closet. But if someone there has a bell, we're all part of this one body. Gabrielle, you have a bell? Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay. So if you want to just, gently do the chimes while we are making this chant, even if we don't hear you, that's fine, because the elementals are everywhere, and so they shall hear our bells in our collective prayer. So connecting in again with the purity and innocence of our hearts. And so repeat after me. Father Sky, send us your water, send us your rain. Father Sky, send us your water, send us your rain. Father Sky, send us your water, send us your rain. Father Sky, send us your water, send us your rain. Father Sky, send us your water, send us your rain. Father Sky, send us your water, send us your rain. And in this moment, we'll ask our Mother Earth, in places where it's safe, to bring up her primary waters, and in places where they can be honored. Mother Earth, send us your water. Mother Earth, bring to us your primary water. Mother Earth, bring to us your primary water. Mother Earth, bring to us your primary water. Aho. Beautiful. And so I think we'll sing one more song, and then we'll close our ceremony space. And I did not intend to sing for rain today. And, part of working with the water is working with the flow. So may we trust the flow that Spirit provides us. And so in terms of our formula, our recipe, we invoked sacred space, we called upon protection, we gave our deep gratitude, we purified, we became one with the water to best affect change through being it. And then we've sang to bless the water, we've sang to bring the rains. And here we're also going to connect in with the bringing of the rain. And the chorus of this song is So Hum Hum Dum. And So Hum is this acknowledgement of the divine that lives within us, and whom doom is the divine out in the, it's basically I acknowledge I'm the divine within and I'm the divine without. So it's really just naming that all is well, naming our original stainless purity to be in all facets of reality, of creation, of experience. And a calling back to ourselves. Calling back to the truth of who we are. And a real listening and honoring. What is it that the water is speaking through for you? What is it that the water is showing you about your soul? The water as this mirror of consciousness. What is it showing you as a reflection? So just tuning in, asking this question, what do we need to see? What do we need to know? How can we best serve? How can we best bring to life our projects, our creative endeavors, our purpose? What do we need to know to be safe, for our families to be kept safe? Come to me when your heart opens. Feel the waves of devotion. Come to me when you can no longer resist. Come to me with your eyes open, ready for the waves of devotion that tell your soul you are more than this. When you've cast aside the borders that keep you safe in your life, you fall on your knees and love. You can no longer resist. So come to me when your heart opens. Feel the waves of devotion. Come to me when you can no longer resist. Come to me with your eyes open, ready for the waves of devotion that tell your soul you are more than this. When you've cast aside the borders that keep you safe in your life, you fall on your knees and love. You can no longer resist. So Verse 3. When you stand up, no longer afraid, and you're ready to meet the new day, I am right here to catch you so you cannot fall. Cast away your fears of survival. Let it rain down God's revival. Trust yourself, 'cause the best is yet to come. So beneath a new day, I am right here to catch you so you cannot fall. Cast away your fears of survival. Let it rain down God's revival. Trust yourself, 'cause the best is yet to come. So the next part, and just let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain on me, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain on me, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain on me, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain on me. I am open heart, wide open arms, wide open. Love has spoken. I am open heart, wide open arms, wide open. Love has spoken. I am open heart, wide open arms, wide open. Love has spoken. I am open arms, wide open heart, wide open. Love has spoken. So and just connecting in with your heart wide open, your arms wide open, and this beautiful love raining down on you, pouring down. And so to finish that, we have one more. We have a lovely surprise special guest.
Hi everyone.
Lucky.
Sorry I wasn't here earlier. I was actually on another podcast, so I just got off.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm glad to participate. And you're on the glad to participate in the closing.
So, just inviting us into this deep space of listening. will you scroll it? Oh no, we don't have to scroll it. I fixed it. Sorry. Okay. It's fine. It's all on one page.
Okay.
So in this space. Okay. You see it?
Hi, everyone. Blessings.
Here we go again, my mind racing, and I can't seem to win. All these crazy thoughts and feelings, it's like it never ends
Until your voice breaks through my noise. I know I'm not alone. I'm not alone. You will fight my battles if I will just be still. Why would I keep running when you're right here? I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it, and I'll be quiet.
I don't need to know what comes next. Tomorrow's in your hands. I can trust you with my future, 'cause you're already there. I hear your voice, call me forward. I know I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Away with the distractions. I wanna hear what's true. The only words that matter, they come from you. I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet, I'll just be quiet and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet, quiet, and let you speak through the silence. Here I am, no more hiding. You are in this moment, I won't fight it. I'll be quiet. So, connecting with our hearts, rub our hands together. And sending blessings to the waters of the world. Sending blessings to the creeks, the rivers, the streams, the oceans, the lakes, the seas, the rains, the primary water that lives beneath the earth, sending water to Aluna, to this principle of cosmic consciousness, the divine mother of us all. Send blessings to the waters inside of your own body. In recognition that each drop of the water is both a drop but also contains the totality. And in recognition that each point of water that we connect with and pray for and send blessings for, we're simultaneously blessing the entire field of water. And seeing the water in its original stainless purity, giving gratitude to the great architect of the universe, to all beings seen and unseen, known and unknown. Gratitude to your unseen allies, to your guides. Gratitude for your courage in walking this life. Gratitude for the support that we get by the unseen worlds. Gratitude for the coming together of the waters and the light. That is what made matter, the waters as mother and the light as father. All creation stemmed from the water and the light. And feeling this beautiful dance of divine union, this beautiful dance of love and swirling vortexes and joy and happiness. Feeling your organs smiling. Feeling these spiral vortexes of joy within you, within your body. Stimulating your body's self-healing mechanism. Further activating your own magnetism, your electromagnetic field. And giving deep gratitude for the answers that you are in the process of receiving. The guidance, the clarity that you've asked for, giving gratitude that it's already come. And giving gratitude for the beauty of inquiry that we get to live in this dynamic, alive dance of relating with the universe. That we question and the universe guides us on a quest to receive the answers that we seek. And sending these light and blessings ahead of us for our day, for our week, for our month, for our year. Sending light and blessings to the spirit of place in which we find ourselves. Seeing harmony and balance brought to this region. Seeing any deficits filled in. Seeing any gaps traversed. Requesting the grace of the divine to flood through the locations that we are in time and space, that we may act as emissaries of grace, conduits of blessings. And we give deep gratitude. Aho.
Oh.
And thank you for being here. Whew. And I encourage us just to keep connecting with the water. And, we have some beautiful ways to connect that we learned today. Also, the Songkeeper School is starting on February 1st, and we will sing to the earth for 5 months. And in this particular section of the Songkeeper School, there's a certification component for land blessings. You will learn how to anchor a grid into the land, to cleanse it, to purify it, to give the offerings that are needed to the spirit of place to bring balance and harmony, to empower that land back to its original stainless purity. And when you're empowering the land, you are empowering the master teacher that exists as that land. Mm-hmm. That master teacher that may have, in our not honoring and acknowledging it, kind of falls dormant. But just as temples are tended to by the priests and the priestesses, you live in a sacred temple. Your body is a sacred temple, and the lands upon which you live are a sacred temple. So I invite us to feel the necessity of learning how to bless the land and standing for being this emissary of goodness, where you can bless your temple, restore the sacredness to the spirit of place, restore these ancient master beings to their spot as placeholders. And when the sanctity of the land is restored, we the people are restored. And vice versa. As the sanctity of our beings are restored, the land is restored. We cannot do it without each other. And tomorrow there's a breathwork and sound class for activation at 9 a.m. The following week there's a prosperity ritual to further move energy and to align with the resources you're needing, new opportunities, new alignments. And so nice to see your faces. Thank you so much for those of you who have had your cameras on.
Well, a quick question. What would one need to do to get in touch with you for the Songkeeper School?
Oh, thank you. You can send me a message. My website, I'm sure, is rayamana.com. You can send me a message through that. You can send me an email. You can send me a text. You can send me a message. And then I like to speak with everyone who's interested in the course, because we're really building such a container of harmony, and we go on this deep dive into our own self-awareness. We learn how to use sound for alchemy. So simultaneously we're learning how to sing for the water, for the earth, for ancestral healing, for our inner child, but we're also singing as a form of emotional release and to process through some of these long-held belief systems or stuck ideas. So it's a very intimate journey. I like to get to know every person, so I do speak with everyone who comes into the program.
rayamana.com.
So
blessings to you all. Love to you. Honored to be here with you for a splash, no pun intended.
Splash into the waters of life.
Russell, love you, brother. Good to see you.